Why are you worried about it? Seriously, let's have an honest man to man conversation. you know, I'm waiting for my channel to grow a little bit bigger for me to start bringing people in my channel in an interview style. I'm going to start doing that, obviously. Just waiting a little bit longer for my channel to get a few more subs. And then we'll definitely have this man to man conversation live. But for the time being right now, let's just have this conversation through the comment section. Why not? So seriously, tell me, bro. Why are you worried about her body count? If you're telling me that you never want to get married, if you're telling me that these hoes cannot be saved, you just leave them to the streets and let them rot, this and that. I know I've talked about all this stuff, and that's exactly what I believe for myself. And the number one reason behind that is because I never want to get married. That's why I tell them, let them be who they are. Ladies, please don't change a single darn thing about you. I love you exactly the way you are, and that is where I want you to stay. I don't want you to start pretending to be somebody who you're really not just so you can get the benefits out of me that you're looking for, and then turn around and backstab me, right? Stab me in the back. But this is mainly for my brothers. I always tell ladies that, keep your legs closed, don't sleep around, don't rake in a high body count. Do you know why I tell you ladies this? It is not so that we men can get our money right and then finally find a wife to settle down with, have 2.5 kids, one golden retriever, one German shepherd, and one ugly ass pit bull or English bulldog. I'm just kidding. Pit bulls aren't as ugly as bulldogs. They are ugly at times, and they're also very gorgeous. I've seen very gorgeous pit bulls as well. But bulldogs, man, oh my god, I can't. I honestly can't. You look at a bulldog, bruh, like, why you look like that? Anyways, I'm gonna piss off some people. Oh, he's hating on dogs now. Oh, my best friend, one of my best friends actually has a bulldog. His name is Diesel. And this dog is so freaking annoying. Just runs after you, starts biting on your leg, try dry humping everything right and left. Like, dude, go away, kind of a thing. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm not telling you to stop sleeping around to so that we men can turn around and wife you up. I'm really not. That is not the point of me telling you to be better and to stop being a slut. It is to save you from yourself. It is so that you yourself can live a good life, not so that I can live a good life with you. I'll live a good life regardless, in my own terms. And that's the message I try to preach to all my men as well. And maybe there has been some misunderstandings, some misconceptions in the past to where you think that, oh, Zeke is wanting us to get married and find a good wife, find a virgin wife. And I understand where that's coming from. That misunderstanding is because I made a few virginity videos. I don't know if she's a virgin. If she's not a virgin, she's too far gone. If she's not a virgin, she's not yours. Where to find virgin women, all these stuff. Those videos became popular because that right there should just tell you how much virginity men crave. Men across the globe. A lot of foreign guys came in, and you guys don't have any understanding of women in the West. You don't even have any understanding of women in the East, and we're going to talk about that here in a second. But that's where this misunderstanding came from. The only reason I even made these videos talking about virginity is for you to understand women and how they act when they're virgin versus women who are not virgins. There's a massive, and I mean an enormous amount of behavioral shift and change when a woman loses her virginity. As soon as she gets a little bit of taste of a little bit of cock, her whole persona changes. And I Really, really wanted to point those things out to you guys so you can watch out for pretenders, women who are pretenders. Those are mainly for educational purposes, not to give you that education so you can run with it and look for a wife. And I should have explained that. I should have explicitly stated that in those videos. But I didn't, but it is what it is. Now I'm doing it. So that you can take those take those educational moments, those points, and watch out for women who's trying to take advantage of you. That was the main purpose of all of these virginity videos I made, just so you guys know. So please stop asking me where to find a virgin woman and where to find a good wife, good virgin wife. That is not the purpose of my channel. The purpose of my channel is not for you to find a wife. I strongly, strongly, strongly urge you not to get married as a man in a gynocentric society where the marriage laws favor women, even when you have a prenup. Oh yeah, you didn't know that any judge pretty much can throw a prenup away? Oh yeah. Even if you make an ironclad prenup with two lawyers getting in together, that's the best way to do so, by the way. If you want to get a prenup, make sure your lawyer sends it to her lawyer. If she can't afford a lawyer, pay for her lawyer. Get her an attorney, pay for the attorney. Make sure you give her a good attorney so she can't come back and say, oh, my attorney was a POS. I didn't get a good attorney. Make sure she can't do any kind of bull crap to justify to throw that prenup away. But a judge will still find its way to throw that prenup away. Mostly in liberal states, blue states, but that's a political discussion. We're not going to go into that. That happens in red states as well. So that's why I urge you not to get married. Guys, it is not women who are fighting, who we are fighting against by walking away from marriage, from dating, from conventional dating, from not letting them take advantage of us. It is the law who we are fighting against by walking away. We're fighting against a much, 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 much bigger agenda. Not women. Women are not the enemy. They're doing what they're brainwashed to do. Just like you men are simping and white knighting because that was exactly what you were brainwashed to do. If you had a system or a society where it favored men, you would take full advantage of it as well. We live in a gynocentric society where it favors and caters to women. They're taking full advantage of it as well. This is just human nature. We need to understand these things. You know, I clown chicks here and there. I troll women here and there on my comment section, on my videos. We get a good laugh out of certain things, but that's not the point of the channel. The point of the channel is for you to understand these points and use these, understand this message, get this education and use this to better your life. That does not mean to better your life and get married. Marriage does not better your life. I promise you that, brother. I promise you, marriage actually downgrades your life because of how much more stress you have to take on. You have a whole freaking family to stress about, to worry about. The main reason why I make these videos for ladies not to sleep around and not act like hoes is for women to get saved from their own selves. In modern time, when we have cops, military, laws, guns, everything to save women to the point where they don't need a man's protection, they still need a man's protection, not from any outside harm or attack or any foreign attack, but from themselves. That's a key point right there now, isn't it? That's the protection women need from us. Sure, she can make her own money, but she cannot protect herself from her own self. Ladies, when you rake up your body count, you get psychologically and mentally damaged. You start going out, putting in more and more tattoos on your body, piercings on your body. You have a very you start getting a very distorted image of love, marriage, relationship, partnership even. I hate the word partnership. We're not partners. We're not equal, ladies. We have our own set of duties because that's what relationship, long-term relationships, marriage is about. It is not about butterflies feeling good. It's about duty and responsibility to the family that's about to come out from it. A family is very, very important for nobody but the children, not for the man or the woman. And the man and the woman has to understand that they have to make a sacrifice on their fun and games for the sole benefit of the children, which is the next generation, which is the future. So that kid can live a good life and pass on its legacy. You want to get married, but you don't even have a legacy to pass down to. You want to have kids, but you don't even have a legacy to pass down to. And I'm not just talking about money, wealth, luxury. I'm talking about knowledge first and foremost. You don't have the knowledge to live a good life. You don't even have the education, this message I'm preaching to you, to live a good life. To understand women's nature, men's nature, human nature, to understand how the world really works, to understand that there are bigger agendas set in society to use men and women against each other so that these bigger agendas can benefit from that war, from that gender war. We're going to go more in depth as my channel keeps growing bigger and bigger into all these discussions. Just because I clown some chicks here and there doesn't mean I don't know what's going on. Doesn't mean I don't see what's going on. You don't need to be a rocket scientist or have a 4.344 or not 4 point. I mean 5.453 GPA to understand what's going on out here. You don't. You just need to have some common sense, which by itself apparently is way harder to come by nowadays, right? So please understand that, guys, that why are you worried about her body count? Let her do what she's doing. If she's throwing her life down the gutter, that's one less person for you to worry about, for you to vet out, for you to sit at home and think about and wonder to yourself, is she a pretender or is she actually legit? It's making your decision-making process easier to either if you're going to discard her or take her in. I got chicks who are on OnlyFans talking negative about this message. How can you possibly argue with anything I'm saying when you're on OnlyFans selling your body on the internet? How? These chicks and even dudes out here, dudes are not on OnlyFans, but these people are literally broke as jokes, and instead of worrying about their lives and their kids, oh yeah, some of these people even have kids, and they want to argue with me instead of worrying about their kids' future. That's what you're pissing off your time every day on? And chicks, like I've seen multiple channels by now from women who are making videos about me and trying to argue with my counter arguments, with my counterpoints. I've seen even dudes with channels about me, videos about me, making videos about me. Your life is falling into shambles. You are on OnlyFans. You don't even know how many men you have slept with. When I look at you, I see the devil himself in your face, in your eyes. That's how crazy of 1,000 cock stare you have. And you're telling me I'm supposed to listen to you and take your advice? You're overweight, obese, probably haven't showered in a week. Your health is falling apart. You don't have any wealth to begin with for it to fall apart. You're scrambling to pick up rent money for the next month. But you expect me to take your talking points or even consider them? No, that's not going to happen. So, guys, understand that the main message of this channel is for you to improve your lifestyle, improve yourself. And then, when you have your life together, there are different ways to where you can pass on your legacy. Traditional, conventional marriage is not the only way. It is the only way, however, for you to lose everything you've worked for your entire life. So remember that. And the last point I want to make is the point I've mentioned earlier, is that even women in the Eastern countries, these brothers from foreign countries, when you come in here and try to argue with me about women's nature, you have no idea about Western women, okay? So keep your nose out of the game when it comes to Western women. If you come deal with Western women, you're going to go broke or you're going to catch a case. And then you're really going to know what these women out here are like. That they're nothing but snakes, weasels, and rats who's going to backstab you the snap of a finger like that. But even Eastern women, even they want to sleep around. The problem is they can't afford that. Meaning, if they have a bad reputation, ain't no man gonna take them in, and the government is not there to help them. They can't make their own money like that, how Western women can. So they have to either A, depend on their fathers, or B, on a man. But even Eastern women will tell you it doesn't matter how many men I sleep with. Of course it does. We already know that. That's the number one thing you need to ask a girl, or that's the number one thing's answer you need to get from a girl who you are seeing, is her point of view on body count. Number one thing to determine if she's worthy or not. That's it. Everything else will fall into place after that, after you know that answer. Don't try to paint your life and how you want it to look like based on what you see on Hollywood or Bollywood. These actors and actresses do not resemble real life, real world. And you will never get to their status and their level to even think about living a lifestyle like that, to live a life like that. You are a regular average guy and gal, so think at your level. Don't worry about women's body count. As I said, let them be who they are exactly. And you'll be happy because you're not gonna beat yourself into depression every night that I can't find a good wife because all these hoes have high body counts, this and that. You're gonna come out of that red pill rage state finally, and you're gonna get into the acceptance stage. And that's very, very, very important. And ladies, for the love of God, just know I am not here trying to change who you are. My advice is for you to save yourself from yourself. And I don't want you to stop being a hoe just so we men can turn around and find a good wife. I tell my men not to get married, so finding a good wife is not even coming into the question. I want you to stop sleeping around so that, again, as I said, I'm repeating myself now. So you save yourself from yourself. Because you're your worst enemy. And so are your besties. When you listen to them, they're going to lead you down a very dark path. Just know that. And I already know this video ain't even going to get that many views because you guys don't care about education and educating yourself. Where are the hoes at? Those are the only type of videos you want to see. Well, I got those videos coming in too. You gotta give the people what they want sometimes, right? And the last thing I want to say, ladies, is that even though I tell my men not to get married, there's still enough men, even in this world, who are successful, very, very successful, who will still marry you up. So if you take my advice, not only you're saving yourself from your own self, but also you're setting your entire life, the rest of your life, on easy mode. Because that man now is going to take care of you. There are plenty of good men out there, good men in a sense that men with good heart. All this crap that you see on the news, that and media, that oh, men are just oppressing their wives, so you should never be a wife. Being a wife is not empowering. This is bull crap. That's not how most marriages work. Most marriages, in most marriages, the men have a really good heart and they will take care of you. And if they're successful, there's nothing you have to worry about. All you have to do is cash in your chips, your value, while you're young, because older successful men look for youth, fertility, and beauty from women, and that is the only few things that they want from you, and for you to be loyal to them and get on their team and along with their program. That's it. That's really the main point of my channel. And ladies, when you find this man who's taking care of you, everything's working fine, don't F it up. Please don't F it up for yourself. Don't cheat on him. Don't try to divorce him 10, 15, 20 years down the road. You're going to mess up your own life, own entire life. Sure, you're going to take half of your stuff. You're going to go back onto the market, and you're going to get ran through, and nobody's going to take you seriously anymore. He's still going to have half of his stuff to where he can go bang whoever he wants now and live the rest of his life happily ever after, by himself or with another wife. Who knows? But you're gonna regret. Time is on our side, fellas. Always remember that. Hope this one made sense. Follow me on Instagram at Zeekpeak00, and I'll see you on the next one.